Why does anime look like anime? Some of you might be saying that's redundant. Of course anything is going to look like itself. But what I'm asking is why does anime style look so different and distinct from anything else? At least until recently when everyone started copying it. Why does the anime style look so distinct, different, and to many attractive? If you clicked on this video, I assume you generally like anime. And a big part of the reason you like it is probably because you find the art style attractive. I've put up a bunch of pictures comparing anime to non-anime, and you can clearly see they look different. What is it about the anime art style that makes it look the way it does, and so different and distinctive from everything else? Why does the anime style look so different and attractive? What is it about the art style that makes it look that way, and different from other art styles? Well, that's what I'm going to be discussing right now. If you know how to draw these days, you might already have a vague idea about this, given how popular anime art style is. Otherwise, how would you draw it at all? But no one's made a YouTube video analyzing and describing this, so I'm going to do it now. To start, I'm now going to show you a rough sketch of a person I drew in Windows Paint. It's not that well drawn, but it's good enough to get the point across. It's a person in typical anime style. I'm showing it just to give a brief example of a typical anime style. Two features in this image are the large eyes and small unrealistic nose. Now I'm going to show you a different picture with some changes from the first one. This picture has smaller, almost realistic sized eyes and a larger realistic sized and shaped nose. After these changes, this image still looks pretty anime style. Notice that the eyes are far apart. Drawing the eyes far apart if they are small is an important feature of making an image look anime style. I'm going to briefly put up the previous image with the larger eyes and smaller nose for a second, just so that I can compare it with the next image. Now look at this image. Doesn't it look a lot less anime style? It still looks it a little bit, but not nearly as much as in the previous one. You might have noticed how much narrower the top of the head is when the image frame switched. On this image, the width of the top of the head is the same as that of the face, so the top of the head and the face are just as wide. Now I'm going to transition back to the previous two images. Notice the gap between the width of the face and the width of the top of the head. The head bulges outward toward the top so that it is significantly wider at the top than at the face. This outward enlargement is the key to the anime style look. In this image, the cranium is about 33% wider than the middle of the face. It is these enlarged craniums that make anime look like anime. In this image, the length of the head from the brow ridge to the top of the head, and the length of the face from the brow ridge to the bottom of the chin, are covered by the two lines on the right. Copying the bottom line and moving it next to the top line in the next image shows that the top line is longer. In this image, the length of the head from the brow ridge to the top of the head is longer than the length of the head from the brow ridge to the bottom of the chin. The head above the brow ridge being longer than the part below the brow ridge is also key for making the anime style look the way it does. Again, this enlargement of the cranium above the eyes makes anime look like anime. Enlarging the cranium vertically in terms of height and outward on the sides is the key component that creates the anime look. Drawing the eyes far apart is also an important component for making the anime style look. It's also important to make the face below the brow ridge wider than it is tall. Going back to this image and rotating the line measuring the width of the face by 90 degrees shows that the face on this image is wider than it is tall. Going back to the other previous image and altering it shows more. If I make the face narrower, you can see it doesn't look as good. Measuring the width of the new image and rotating the line shows that the face below the brow ridge is now roughly as wide as it is tall. And here in this image, I decided to make the face even narrower to show what it looks like when the face is definitively taller than it is wide. Enlarging the cranium upward and outward, making the eyes far apart, and making the face below the brow ridge wider than it is tall are the key features that make the distinctive anime look. and are the main reason why anime style looks like anime and distinctive from anything else. And these are the components that make the anime style have its distinctive look. I'll soon be moving new anime and art videos to a new channel, so just be aware of it. I'm open to suggestions for possible names in the comments. Please like this video and comment, share it with anyone you think might like it, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell.